Let's now go to the birthplace of the ANC, the Wesleyan Church in Waaihoek in Bloemfontein. On the 8th of January 1912, the South African Native National Congress, that's the SANNC, was formed. It later became known as the ANC, or the African National Congress, in 1923. The ANC became the largest liberation organization in the struggle for the freedom and justice in South Africa and the oldest liberation movement in Africa. SABC News reporter Makhala Masiteng is out in Bloemfontein. Let's cross to her live to see where she is and who she'll be joined with. Good to see you this morning. Let me hand it over to you. Good morning.
Good morning, Leanne. Thank you very much. Yes, we are at Waaihoek. Behind me is the historic Wesleyan Church. Of course, this is where on this day back in 1912, the ANC was formed. Of course, then it was called the South African Native National Congress. But just to talk about the significance of this place as we look back to what transpired on that day, I'm standing with Tembeni Ngisa, who is with the Political Education Training Unit of the ANC. Thank you very much for joining us. Let's look back to what this place gave birth to and where the ANC is today.
Good morning, and thanks for the viewers and SABC. This is the place where the ANC was formed. It's where the umbilical cord of the African National Congress is preserved. We are celebrating today 113 years of rich history, 113 years of struggle for total liberation of South Africa. So when the ANC was formed, the main objective was to unite all Africans under the banner of the African National Congress with an intention of creating a united South Africa, with an intention of creating a democratic South Africa, with an intention of ensuring that we have a South Africa that is non-racial, non-sexist, and the country's wealth is developed and growth to accommodate and everybody else to participate. So as we celebrate today, we look back on all the historical moments and activities that has brought us the ANC that we have today.
To where the ANC is today and what it has passed through, of course, over the years, but currently the situation, the challenges that the party is faced with currently.
Look, the ANC throughout in the history of 113 years was not immune from challenges which are part of the terrain we operate in, and fortunately with the ANC, it has established systems and processes to deal with such problems. Amongst others, as you can see today, we are confronted with a situation where there's been a serious trust deficit that to a large extent has resulted in ANC receiving lower numbers on elections, which is today's the process at which government are established. But the ANC has undertaken to undo that by a process where it is now renewing itself, and a process that has started as far back as 2002 to create cadres in the ANC that are genuine and are aimed at fighting for the interest of the people and putting the interest of the people forward. So the renewal process we are undertaking now is but one element where the ANC wants to make sure that the rebirth of the ANC becomes that the ANC was formed of. Remember, ANC is an organization of the people, and the struggle we have undertaken is synonymous with the struggle of the people of South Africa. So people have chosen the ANC as its vehicle to advance the struggles to attain their objectives. So that's why the renewal process as well, it must locate masses of our people, making inputs, directing at what kind of ANC they want to see today. So that's why the participation processes of the ANC have extended outside borders or structures of the ANC for people to actually input and direct on what must happen.
Who hasn't been at this church, what is it that they could expect if they come here?
You would find a rich history, archives of ANC in this area, and where people, when the ANC was formed here, it was not only South Africans. It was leaders from all over Africa. It was pastors and church leaders were here. It was traditional leaders. That's the nature of the ANC. It accommodates all sectors you can find in the society. In fact, the ANC is a microcosm of the South African society. So that's what you will find here when you come to this church, and be able to from that rich history, understand why we are where we are today and where we want to be tomorrow.
Thank you very much. That is Tembeni.
All right, well, just losing that mic just as she was rapping. So thanks so much to Makhala Maziteng out in Bloemfontein. And she's bringing us the latest from there, looking back at the history of the ANC at the venue where the formation took place.